Welcome back, everybody. College basketball, the 2.5 Fans College Basketball Show. It is Boon and Cookie. All year long, we'll be coming to you with our college basketball content. And we wanted to bring you today. We are right now, the season just started. We're recording while Michigan State, they just tipped off. So we wanted to come and talk to you guys about, what we think the season predictions and how we think the season's going to go. So we'll start off with Cookie. We're just going to start off with our, the top 10 AP poll preseason thoughts about that. Cookie, do you have any, major thoughts about the AP poll?
No, not particularly about the AP poll. I agree with, Gonzaga at the top, UCLA, they showed out March Madness. Kansas, of course, Nova, Texas, Michigan, Purdue, Baylor, Duke, Kentucky. The one thing that just, that gets me is just ranking Michigan so high always, but Michigan State's not at the top 25, which hurts me a little bit, and it's gonna be a weird year for me.
That's a tough one.
It's gonna be a weird adjustment for me this year for some basketball. But
Cookie, last year, I'm pretty sure Michigan was unranked last year, or they were really low, and we ended up one of the top 5 teams. So
yeah. Well, you guys went to the Elite 8 last year against UCLA. Yeah, we both lost to UCLA. What's up with it?
Yeah, so I think Gonzaga, everyone has as number one. They're obviously like the powerhouse right now. You said you like UCLA?
I like UCLA. I like UCLA coming back. But one thing I think is disrespectful is Baylor not,
Yeah, I think with Baylor, they did lose like their top 3 players to the NBA. So that's tough. And two, Cookie, the only thing I'm worried about UCLA is before their little run last year, they weren't that great. They were good, but they weren't, they were in the first 4 versus Michigan State. They're literally that close to not, if they don't go to the Elite 8, if they don't go to the Final 4, they probably aren't even the top 10 ranked this year, in my opinion. So just for that run last year, they get put in the top 5. That was the biggest thing that I think they're going to end up dropping throughout the year. UCLA, I think they're a little overranked.
They're going to be dropping. They might be overranked, but I think that they will be a Elite 8 team, especially with the momentum. People get hot,
They return everyone. A team that goes to the Final 4 returns everyone. They should be pretty good the next year.
Yeah, that's a big thing. You have everyone coming back.
Yeah, so too, Cookie, I do want to see, there are, Purdue's in there too, Big Ten school. I think the Purdue is going to be a powerhouse this year. They returned so many players. I think they returned their whole lineup.
Purdue's going to be good. Illinois is going to be good. They're a little Illinois at 11. Ohio State's going to be good. Maryland, Big Ten is looking.
Big Ten
like
is a powerhouse right now.
Yeah, like a strong basketball conference.
Yeah. We'll get into the Big Ten a little bit later. Now we do want to kind of give you guys our top 5 for this preseason as well. So Cookie, I'll let you start it off. You can start off your top 5 real quick. Go from 5 to 1.
5 to 1.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for 5, I'm looking. I don't know. As a Michigan State fan, it really hurts to say it, but Ohio State at 5.
It's a good
Ohio
one.
State's a good team. Purdue, as you said, at 4. I'm going to go with Purdue at 4 because Purdue they're returning, a lot of players and they're looking good. They're going to be a great basketball team this year. UCLA as well. UCLA is at 3. You have to go. They were, how are you going to dismiss them? Kansas at 2. I think Kansas is right now one of my top teams for college basketball, and then Gonzaga. Of course, Gonzaga is going to be at 1 for me.
Yeah, I think we have pretty much the same, except our top 2 are the same. I have Kansas and Gonzaga 1 and 2. My number 5 though, I'm going to talk about them all year, Cookie. Number 5, I have Duke there. Coach K's last year. I think they're gonna pull something out for him. They always have a good team. Yeah. So I have Duke in number 5. Number 4, I have Purdue. I think Purdue is better than Ohio State. I think they're going to finish second in the Big Ten, but I think the Big Ten is going to be so dominant. And then number 3, I hate to do it to you, Cookie, because you said you don't even know why they're so high. Michigan, number 3. I think they return Dickinson. Eli Brooks is. They're good. They're a powerhouse. Caleb Houston's in now.
They have a great coach.
Yeah, I think they're going to win the Big Ten. I think whoever wins the Big Ten is going to finish. They're a top 5 team easily.
Yeah,
I think
they
Michigan's
have to
probably
be.
the best team in the Big Ten.
Only time will tell for that.
We'll see.
We'll
Hopefully,
see for
hopefully
that.
Michigan State can give us something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm praying that Michigan State does not disappoint me. I don't want to see a first four for Michigan State. I want to
Yeah,
see
not
them.
back-to-back seasons either. You want to see
Yeah,
them dominate
and
a
it's
little
not
bit.
good for recruiting either. Tom Izzo, he needs to. He's got the hype around his name. I think he needs to make a run and
I
March
still can't
Madness.
believe that, like, they have this championships classic or whatever, like, going on right now. I just don't see how some of these teams, like, they have those 4 teams still in it, like teams that, like, Michigan State hasn't won a championship since 2000. Like, some of these teams haven't won it in 10 plus
It's
years.
just like how the Lions are always a Thanksgiving team. It's just like
It's
classic
insane.
team. They're classic teams.
I don't know, man. I think they might. Right now, they're a little overrated. But I mean, I guess they're outside the top 25. So
They're not overrated at all.
that,
They're not even rated.
yeah, that's true. So we also too we have our top 2 surprise teams. I mean, every year, Cookie, there's always a mix up. I feel like college basketball is different from any other sport.
Yeah.
Like you see number 1 preseason teams unranked at the end of the year and not make the tournament.
Uh-huh.
So we just wanted, 2 surprise teams outside of the top 10, top 15 that you think will make a little run at the end of the year, possibly Elite 8, Final 4.
Yeah.
Who are you thinking, Cookie?
North Carolina's always, they're at 19. They're always
Let's go,
a good
Cookie.
team. North Carolina's
I have
always
them
a good
too.
team. They're always a good team. I have no doubt in North Carolina. They always have big recruits. They can't not be a team that makes that out into the top 10, at the end of the season.
It's crazy to me that they're 19th right now. I think that's only because Roy Williams is gone.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's
because
it
could be a good refresh.
Yeah, honestly. They haven't
refresh.
been great the last 2 years. I mean, I feel like this year, I feel like it's going to be like he's out, refresh, and they're going to be back.
And then Virginia. Virginia's always a good team.
Ooh, what are they preseason ranked right now?
25, I believe. Virginia's pretty down. Virginia's pretty down there, and I don't understand really why. Virginia always puts up, like their games are always great games. They're always a tough team to play. They're never a terrible team. They're never a terrible team. So I think 25 for Virginia is a little, like they have St. Bonaventure over like at 23. They have Auburn at 22.
Hey, St. Bon, I mean, last year, I'm pretty sure they got into the tournament. I don't think they're bad.
I know, but
I haven't looked
better than a Virginia team.
No, yeah,
I don't even think they're better than a Michigan State team.
No, that's a good one. They always got to put some teams in like that. I mean, they'll probably drop out, but I mean, I think St. Bon might be legit. Who knows? It's just one of those mid-major schools. I have 2 other teams. So I picked UNC, and then I had 2 other teams at 14 and 16 preseason. They made runs last year, and everyone was surprised by them. I don't know why they're so low, but Alabama and Arkansas. Both of those 2 teams with Nate Oates, Musselman. I feel like those are 2 teams that will be in the top 10, if not one of them in the top 5 at the end of the season, and make a serious run in the tournament.
That's ballsy.
You think so?
Both of them?
No, well, I think at least one of those teams are going to make a run for it. I think either Alabama or Arkansas. I think both of them are going to be good, but I think one of them are going to end up making a run to the Elite 8, Final 4 there.
Alabama being a basketball team, like a basketball school, like being a top 10 basketball school, just freaks me out.
It is. I mean, that's crazy.
They're just they're a football school. How in the world do they have the means to be able to be a top 2, college football team and then be a top 10, or arguably a top 25, top 10 basketball team. It's just
I mean Nate Oates is legit. Like he came in and turned it around. Like he is the program in a good spot. That's crazy though, because I mean they're just going to be a powerhouse. Bama will be in sports, football, basketball. If Nate Oates keeps it up
for a very long time. I mean, I agree with those surprises. Those are surprises to me. Like for you, like things that can crack that top 10. For me, I just the disrespect on Virginia, I think it's a little bit,
That is kind of crazy. Down at 25. And watch out for UConn too. UConn's at 24.
Yeah.
They haven't been good. They haven't been good in a little while.
They haven't been good in a very long time.
They're due for it though.
Who's your
Who's
favorite UConn player of all time?
Kemba.
Kemba
Walker?
Yeah. I don't know. Kemba.
What?
There's one
Kemba Shabazz.
There's a legend. Piston legend.
Rip Hamilton.
Rip Hamilton should be your favorite.
Rip is my favorite Piston of all time.
Yeah. Rip Hamilton should be your favorite.
Kemba was so. Kemba
obviously.
Kemba.
Yeah, I know. Man. Kemba Walker's fucking sick. Him at UConn was fucking sick.
Oh yeah.
But Rip Hamilton has to be.
Rip Hamilton. He's the best Piston of all time, in my opinion. I love Rip. so we're going to kind of switch here. Go to Big Ten predictions now. We aren't going to do any other conferences because our teams are in the Big Ten, so it's kind of just focus on that.
Yeah.
So the preseason Big Ten rankings, I'll kind of start from the bottom. Michigan State, number 6 preseason ranked for the Big Ten, which is insane to me. I don't remember the last time you would see a Michigan State outside the top 5 for the preseason Big Ten. It's crazy. Ahead of them, Maryland at 5, Ohio State 4, and then the top 3 to me are legit. Illinois 3, Purdue, and Michigan. Yeah. I mean, I think the top 3 is accurate. What do you think? I know Michigan State's low. It's just crazy to see that. What do you think?
I'm not gonna like make any big scene about Michigan State being low, just because in reality, look at our roster right now. Our roster isn't anything to go and make a big deal about a 6 in the Big Ten rankings. I just don't think Michigan's number 1. I think Purdue is number 1. I think Ohio State would be number 2. I think those 2 are the 2 top Big Ten teams. And then I would say Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan, Maryland, Michigan State. That's how I would.
Is there, I mean, Rutgers is at number 8. I don't know about you, but like the last 2 years, I like Rutgers, man.
Rutgers, they surprised me. I think it was 2 years ago they surprised me in how well they were playing.
Yeah, go ahead, Cookie.
No, go.
Sorry? Go. I was going to say they have Geo Baker and Ron Harper Jr. Ron Harper Jr., the last 2 years, I love watching him. Like he's legit.
Yeah. One thing that's like Maryland is a surprising team for me too. Maryland's like a sneaky team for me. Sometimes I just overlook it. Maryland. I always overlook Maryland, and they were always like they're sneaky good. They could change the pace really, really quick.
Yeah, I mean, I saw today Maryland had 3 players in the top 20. I think it was Dan. Someone, who was that? Someone put out their rankings for Big Ten players, and they had 3 players in, and Michigan State only had 1. Which I mean, obviously they're not great, but Maryland with 3 players in that top 20, that's kind of. I mean, that's crazy.
Who's Michigan State's 1?
I believe it was. Let me see if I.
Was it Gabe?
I think it was Gabe Brown. I should have had that pulled up. I didn't even think about that. I'm pretty sure. I think he was like number 20 exactly too.
I wonder what Steven Izzo would rank.
Number 1.
Yeah.
No, but the Big Ten is stacked this year. I mean, Cockburn, Jaden Ivey, EJ Liddell, Ohio State, Dickinson. I don't know. And Trace Jackson Davis from Indiana. He last year, I'm pretty sure he was the preseason player of the year for the whole country.
Yeah.
And he didn't do anything. So, I mean, he could easily pop off this year.
Yeah. These, the rankings are always, how they are. They're preseason. I just like how Big Ten, they have like 2 really good players. And they start the first 4 letters of their names is Cock for Cockburn and Dick for Dickerson.
I think those 2 are going to be the 2 that are going to be player of the year in the whole country.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a lot of the times player of the year is usually a big, and it's been from the Big Ten a lot. So I think
I have Cockburn as like my, 6 people that we'll get to.
Perfect. So, yeah, that's exactly that's what we're going into next, our top 6 players. Everyone's releasing their All-American teams. We're just going to give our top 6 players for the year. We talked about it before. Ours are pretty. I think are actually like they're pretty similar. Besides one player, I think that we have flopped. So I'll let you go first. Cookie. Go ahead.
So
Throw your 6 players out there.
I got 5.
Five.
I took 5.
I have 5. I have
I got
5. I did add a 6 right
yeah.
before. So
I got 5. I got Drew Timmy from Gonzaga. I got
handlebars.
Yes, I got Johnny Uzang from UCLA. I got Cockburn. Gotta love some Cockburn. Illinois at center from Illinois. I got Banchero from Duke, the forward, and then I got Remy Martin, the guard from Kansas. He's a transfer from Arizona State. Pretty great score at Arizona State. So we'll see what he can translate at a higher level.
I'm excited to see Kansas play.
Kansas, yeah, Kansas is going to be a good team. So
they're on right now. I want to keep looking. I can't.
See you after.
I basically have the same. I have Drew Timmy Gonzaga. He was electric last year. One different one I have Hunter Dickinson. I think he's going to be like a player of the year candidate. Cockburn, Illinois. I have Banchero from Duke. I'm excited to see what he's like tonight. Putting a freshman in the All-American is always like, to me, it's always kind of sketchy, but we'll see how he is tonight. And then I also have Johnny Juzang from UCLA. He's legit. And then my 6th one that I picked, I was nervous to add him in, but Colin Gillespie. I'm just nervous to add him in because I'm pretty sure he's coming off an injury from last year, a major injury. So I don't really know. I didn't want to throw him in my top 5 All-Americans and not really know what he's like, but he would be my 6th guy in there.
He's a senior this year, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, or maybe even a grad. He might be a graduate player.
I think he's a senior. He should have another year because he would have had a medical last year. So
he
should have.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I agree with yours. I mean, I'm not gonna front on any of those.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's right now. It's all everyone has kind of a similar, top 5 players, top 6. There's a couple interchangeable ones, but
I like Remy Martin. I like him, and I also like to drink Remy Martin. So it's hand in hand.
The signs, get the signs going.
The signs.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Jersey Jerry about it.
Perfect. That's good, Cookie. I love it. So now we're just gonna go into our predictions for the season, Cookie. This is kind of what we wanted to make the video for. We're gonna go through Final 4, Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, and our national champ. And Cookie, in football, you and Jay picked your national champ, Clemson. So I hope it's not like you don't pick a crazy team who ends up not even making the tournament. You have a good chance. There's 64 teams in the tournament. So we'll start with just your Final 4. I won't even ask your national champ. I just want, what's your Final 4?
My Final 4
at the end of the year.
I would like to see Gonzaga, Kansas, Purdue, and I'm not going to put him in there. I really want to say Michigan State. Obviously, I want Michigan State in the Final 4, but I can't.
Go ahead and do it.
I can't put them in as my prediction. All right, so I'm going to go say Ohio. They're up right now.
They're beating Kansas 17-16 right now.
You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it live. Michigan State in the Final 4. I'm going to do them every year in my bracket that Michigan State's going to win the tournament every single year. That's the one. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for my team. So let's do Gonzaga, Kansas, Purdue, and Michigan State.
That's crazy, Cookie. You're crazy. That's insane. I have Gonzaga too. I have Purdue, and then I'm gonna go bias like you, Michigan, and then I'm gonna pick Duke as well. I think Coach K, this little going away. What would you call it? Like you're going away.
Last hurrah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take him to the Final 4.
What is Duke ranked? Was it like 9?
They might be. I think they're 11, 10 or 11.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like the Duke.
Yeah, they're 9. They're 9, Cookie.
Michigan. The thing is, Michigan's a viable team. They're a team that you could put in there in the Final 4 because they're a great team and they're a great March team. They play really well in March. So.
With Michigan, yeah, I think Juwan Howard, like last year, he didn't. It was like his first tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had a great team that could have went to a Final 4, and then they came up short because it was his first year coaching in the tournament.
Yeah.
That's always any new coach and any basketball experience is going to be tough. I think now he has that under his belt. He has maybe an even better team.
He does.
I don't see why, he doesn't, take him to a Final Four, especially if he gets a good opportunity, gets a 1 seed again. And all right, Cookie, player of the year. Who do you got? I think I already know who you're going to pick.
Cockburn.
Yeah, you love that name.
I love the name. No, but like not even that. He's a center, right? He plays center for Illinois, Big Ten player. I'd like to see a Big Ten representative that player of the year. It's as you said, a lot of the player of the years come out of the Big Ten in history. So we could see that player of the year for me.
I had the same. I had Cockburn or Dickinson. I had one of the two.
Yeah.
I couldn't really pick, but I think whoever wins the Big Ten, if Illinois wins it, I think he'll get it. If Michigan does, and if neither of them do, then I think someone else.
It's coming from the Big Ten, though. You think?
Yeah, I mean, I think if both of them have a down year, I think it ends up going to like Gonzaga, like Drew Timmy or something. Might get it.
Yeah, Drew Timmy, even Johnny from UCLA. I mean, what if Juzang? What if UCLA's like not overrated? Like you say, they might be a little overrated. What if they're great? And he could, if they make a run in the this season, you could see him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they are
top 5 player he's a top 5 player in college basketball.
They're playing in the Pac-12 too. I don't think the Pac-12 is as good as the SEC, the Big Ten, ACC. So, and we'll do the last two at the same time because I'm sure they line up. Coach of the year and national champ. Who do you have there, Cookie?
National champ. I'm going Kansas. I think Kansas, will pull themselves together this year at any point, and they could, they'll make that run and win. And then coach of the year is going to go with Bill Self.
Bill Self, you're all over Kansas this year. I love it.
I don't know why.
Is Kansas.
I like Kansas this year.
I see what you're doing. You're setting yourself up here to where if Michigan State loses to Kansas, you're putting it in everyone's head that they lost to a really good team.
They are a really good team.
But they are a good team. So
they are a really good team. They're national champion. We'll see. What about you?
Yeah, no, I have here my coach of the year. I have Coach K, and I'm all over that Duke thing. I have Duke winning the national. I think he's just going to have a whole. He's like one of the biggest sports icons in all of sports.
Yeah,
and he's retiring. I think it's going to be like a storybook. Some reason like it's just going to be national championship, Final Four. Coach.
It's either one or the other. It's either one or the other.
He has the team to do it too.
Yeah, it's either storybook year or terrible year for them. One or the other. But I think they're going out with a bang.
Crazy too because they didn't make the tournament last year, so that for him to come back and win a national championship,
that's
leave Duke on top.
Yeah, I mean that's how he's a legend. He's a USA basketball coach legend. He's also legend for college basketball. I mean, he has to go out as a legend. I don't think he's gonna go out without a fight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like the cherry on top for his career.
Yeah.
He's the best college coach of all time. People will argue it, but I mean, I think he is.
Who else? Who else would be? Like
Roy Williams, John Wooden.
Yeah,
John Wooden probably. Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, there's some big time coaches,
but the longer Coach K is out of the game, the more he will be the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's the same thing with like a Jordan or something like that.
It's Jordan anyway. We don't need to talk about that.
And you guys you're still winning 22-21.
Hey, I'll take it.
Perfect. Let's go,
Awesome.
Cookie.
Let's go.
All right, everyone. That's our show, our college basketball show. We're gonna release one probably every couple weeks. We probably won't be each week, but every couple weeks if something big comes up, we'll release it. Don't forget, subscribe, like below. And we'll see you guys later. Cookie?
Leave us some comments, please.
Leave us some comments.
I'll answer them. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
All right. Love you guys.
See ya.